Welcome to Unified Training Tracking. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add students and training classes. To add a student, you can go to the students list in your organization's training tenant. Here, you can add new student and enter their details. Once you add the first name, last name, email, and phone number, you can choose the student's role. The admin role is going to give them full access to everything in the training tenant, including tenant level settings and billing access. Editor is going to give them full access to the training tenant, excluding tenant level settings and billing settings. The basic user is only going to have access to their own training data and this My Profile tab. Some other notable fields for the student modal is the position, the division, shift, squad, and ranked fields. These dropdowns are populated by your tenant level lookup lists. The supervisor dropdown will allow you to assign a supervisor to the student and use that supervisor as an approver in the Advanced Approval Flows feature. The is supervisor checkbox is going to allow that student to show up in the supervisor's dropdown for other students. The default approvers checkbox is going to set this student as the tenant level default approver, which is a fallback approver for any mechanism in system that requires an approver, but the approver that was originally set is no longer available in the system. Once you hit save on the student modal, that student will be saved in your system, and if you're on the per student license, a license will be added to your training tenant. Once you save the student, you can go to their details screen, which will show you all the details about that student, including the information you just filled out, any of their upcoming classes, any certifications that they may have, any training mandates applied to that student, any inventory items they may have, as well as training records, documents associated with the student, any surveys that they may have filled out for a training class, any supervisor approvals that they may have pending, any tasks that they may have pending, or recommended classes, which are going to be classes recommended for that student based on the training mandates that are applied to them, or certification renewals. To add students in bulk, you can go to Settings, Importers, Student Importer. Here, you can download the Student Importer template, which will download mixed up, and you can see a preview of the students that you want to add. If you're happy with the preview, you can hit Import Students, and it will add licenses for all of those students if you're on the per student licensing. Then, you can go back to the students list and see the students that you just added. To add training classes to your tenant, you can go to the training classes list, and you can hit New Training Class. From here, you can add the training class name, the training class description, and the training type. The training type is populated by your tenant level lookup lists. It's important to add a training type because this is how training mandates and other mechanisms, including reports and insights, will determine how many hours of certain training types any students that have passed the class will obtain. The hours field is going to be used within those same mechanisms to determine how many hours of that training type a student has obtained. The max students is going to limit the number of students that can be added to the class to the number you put in that field. To add a location and a time of the training to the training class, you can add a location. Here, you can use the location address to fill out the training class location. If you have a multi-day training, you can add multiple locations. If you want to have a multi-day training at the same location at the same time every day, you can hit duplicate for the next day. And this will keep the location address and the start date and end time the same as the location you copied. You can add multiple certifications to a training class. Any student that passes the training class will have the certification applied to their student profile automatically with the duration set for the certification duration. To add an internal instructor to the training class, you can hit Add Instructor, and you can select an internal instructor from the dropdown. If you want to add an external instructor, you can fill out the instructor name and details manual. Once you hit Save, you'll be directed to the training class details page. From here, you can see the app where the training class location is. You can see a training class schedule. You can see metadata around the training class. You can see the instructor for the training class. If it's an internal instructor, the picture assigned in the training tenant will be used automatically. You can see the certification applied to the training class, and you can upload documents specific to the training class. In the Training Records tab, you'll see any students that are approved, pending, or denied for the training class roster. You can also see task lists associated with the training class, approval flows associated with the training class, and any training surveys that have been filled out by students after the training class has ended. To add a student to a training class, you can hit Add Students, and you can filter or search by student name or their rank, squad, division, shift, and position. If you want to add multiple students to a training class, you can check out the student and hit Add Selected Students. Because there is no approval flow associated with this training class, all students will be automatically approved when they're added to the training class. Here, you can hit the Edit button on any one of the student records, and you can fill out the student training record once the training class is completed. You can also add training documents to the student training record. To add training classes in bulk, you can go to Settings and Importers and go to Training Class Import. Here you can download the template, a file that you can fill out with training class details. Once you upload your filled out training class template, it will give you a preview of the training classes you want to add. Double check the preview and make sure all the information looks correct, and then hit Import Training Classes. Once you import the training classes, you can go back to your training class list, and you can look at the training classes through the Upcoming Classes and Past Classes tabs. To see a training class's details, you can either click on the training class name, or you can click the ellipse button and select Details.